What's going on, everybody? FJC here, back with another finals video, and today what I got for you guys is, in my opinion, what are the best settings for you guys to run for ranked play. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the gameplay tab. A lot of people have been asking me what my crosshair is on my live stream, and if you guys aren't following my live stream, it's the first link in the description or twitch.tv/itsfjc. But the first setting that we have on, this setting is usually on by default, but if for some reason it's off, definitely keep this setting on. Use enemy team colors. Basically what this setting does is it allows you to differentiate the different teams by actually putting the color to the team. So for example, if your team is blue and the other teams are orange, red, and purple, it'll highlight that color on the outside of them. As for the rest of the settings, I mean, my region is North America, so I put preferred region as North America. Crossplay is on. This is where the important stuff is. This is my crosshair at the bottom right. I do not play with a center dot, which I know a lot of people like. If you do like the center dot, go ahead and turn it on, but I personally like it off. But these are my crosshair settings. I play with crosshair width at 1, outline width also at 1, red and blue all the way up to make it pink, no outline colors, and opacity at 100 so that it doesn't blend in with anything. I find even turning it down to 90 makes it blend in with objects, so put it to 100 so that it sticks out. Next, we move on to the mouse and keyboard tab. My mouse look sensitivity is at 35. I also play at 400 DPI, which I do understand a lot of people may find that slow. I'm just used to it. My mouse zoom sensitivity multiplier is at 100. I personally don't play it light a lot, but this is what affects your scope when you're sniping. These are my key bindings here. Everything is pretty much default. The only things that I know for a fact I have changed are aim down sight toggle. I personally just prefer that. I've always done that since I've started playing PC games and PC FPS games. I just prefer aim down sight toggle, but everything else is relatively the same. And just a side note here, funny story about the accessibility tab. It's also where you can change your crosshair settings. So you can either go into gameplay or accessibility to mess with the crosshair itself. But the main thing in the accessibility tab, obviously if you're colorblind, you want to go ahead and mess with these settings. I actually played on Tritanopia during the beta. Since the game came out, I haven't really messed around with it. But the main setting that you want to turn off here, in my opinion, you want to turn subtitles off, and then motion blur, definitely turn this off. Make sure this is disabled. Next, we move on to the audio tab. The only thing I've changed in the audio tab is the master volume. You guys definitely want to mess around with this, as this depends on what headphones you're wearing. I personally wear Audio-Technica M50Xs, and these headphones are normally loud for every single game. I find that turning the master volume down to 18 works best for me. Definitely mess around with this and see what works best for you. Other than that, nothing else really has to be changed here unless you guys want voice chat, but subtitles again is off, and night mode you can turn on, obviously, if you're at night and you don't want your game to be as loud. Now we're going to talk about the video settings, which is arguably the most important part of this video. I'm in the practice range right now just to show you some differences between the settings for you guys, but we're going to start out with the window mode being at full screen, the resolution being at 1440p. This is obviously dependent on your monitor. VSync I turn off. Nvidia Reflex low latency I also have off. I do find that putting it on, or even on plus boost, actually impacts my graphics card even more, and I'm running a 3080 with an i9 10th gen. I don't know why, but I keep it off for now. Putting it to just on kind of keeps the performance the same. I'll have to see when there's a bunch of destruction going on, but for now just leave that off. Resolution scaling method, Nvidia DLSS. That's what I use because I'm on an Nvidia graphics card. If you guys are not, I recommend AMD FSR2. The performance is relatively similar. You can also say that AMD FSR2 looks better, but I personally find that I perform better when I have Nvidia DLSS and I put it on performance. You can also switch this to ultra performance to get more FPS, but I find that it makes the game extremely blurry, and performance is the best balance between the both. I keep my field of view at 100, motion blur and lens distortion is disabled. My Nvidia RTX, so this is the RTX shaders, I keep it at static, which is essentially off. And then we get into the quality. Overall quality level is at custom. My view distance is at high. I keep anti-aliasing at low, shadows at medium, post-processing at low, Texture at medium, I was told that putting it to low can actually cause more strain on your GPU. I don't know how true that is, but I'm kind of messing between the two, and I find that so far I do get a little more FPS when it's on medium. Effects are on low, foliage is on low, and global illumination resolution is also on low. And one last thing for Nvidia graphics card users specifically, unfortunately if you guys are on an AMD graphics card, I'm not too sure on what the equivalent is for the settings, but if somebody knows in the comment section down below, please go ahead and put it there. But open up your Nvidia control panel and go over to manage 3D settings, and you're going to want to add the finals if it's not already in the drop down menu. And once you've added the finals, make sure that all these settings are like this: gamma correction on, anti-aliasing mode off. Everything pretty much stays the same until you get down to power management mode, which prefer maximum performance. Anisotropic sample optimization, turn this off. Make sure texture filtering quality is on performance. You can also put this on high performance as well. And trilinear optimization, make sure this guy is on. Once you go ahead and switch those settings, hit apply, okay. You may find that this makes your game look a little bit worse, but I'm telling you, from a competitive player's mindset, you want the most FPS that you can get. So performance wise, it's definitely worth it. So that's everything for today, guys. This is, in my opinion, what are the best settings for ranked play in the finals. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any better options that you think can provide me with more FPS, definitely leave them in the comment section down below. As this video premieres, I will be live over on my Twitch channel, like I said earlier in the video. First link in the description. We're going to be playing ranked tourneys and regular tourneys. So if you guys are looking forward to more finals content and want to see me play live, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me over on my Twitch. Anyway, guys, that's everything from me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Much love.